live.
Welcome to the Wildling Museum's virtual fall fundraiser. I'm Stacy Adi Demangate, the executive director, and I'm so happy to have so many of you here participating in, I guess it's our third virtual fundraiser. Our silent auction is going right now. It's about to close, so if you have any special thing you want to keep bidding on, keep doing that, and you'll be hearing more. So you'll get a final warning soon. I want to thank all of the bidders. We've had that open for about 10 days, and thank you for those of you who have been aggressively, I'm hoping, bidding on your favorite things. I want to introduce our board president right now, Kevin Patterson, who's already been donating generously to the auction and to the event itself, along with a lot of other board members, many of whom I think are already here attending. I need to mention that a nonprofit is only as good as its board, right? The board is really the true leaders, the true fiduciaries, the ones most responsible for the nonprofit. And we have been so lucky here at the Wildling to have several generations of board members who just do an outstanding job of being generous and being thoughtful leaders. And it's been my pleasure over the last 11 years to have worked with these board members, and I'm very grateful for that privilege. And with that, I want to introduce Kevin Patterson, who's been so great to work with the past few years as president.
Thank you, Stacy, and welcome everyone. I want to thank all of you for joining us tonight for this fundraiser from the comfort of your own homes. We're going to debut our latest short film tonight on the Valley Oak, so I encourage you to stay tuned. We were able to open in April with biomass and art from the trails. I hope you were able to come in and experience those great exhibitions. While they were up, we had some online content that was informative and educational, and you can still view that content at our YouTube channel. I want you to mark your calendars for December 5th, a Sunday, when we will hold our holiday marketplace, which is a great opportunity for gift buying for the holiday season. Next year, we will mount a climate change exhibition called Fire and Ice. The Wildling is leading a group of Santa Barbara County museums in providing content on climate change during the next year. Curating the diverse exhibitions and generating the educational and informative content that we, the Wildling, produce takes the talented staff that we have. And I wanted tonight to say thank you to Stacy and Lauren, Julie, Kiana, and Karen. Thank you for all that you do to make what we do possible. And what we do also takes money. And that's what we're here for tonight, to raise money. Stacy already talked about our silent auction. I hope you all have been able to peruse the wonderful items we have available and have bid, but it's about to close, so get those last minute bids in now. We are going to have a live auction and a paddle raise that our MC and auctioneer will lead us through. We have a $10,000 challenge grant available tonight. Our board member, Kate Godfrey, will match the first $10,000 we raise tonight. I want to thank you, Kate, for that. I also need to say that the Wildling family was very saddened recently by the passing of Dick Godfrey, Kate's husband, who was also a strong supporter of the Wildling. So while we are going through this paddle raise and the silent auctions, think about how the Wildling has touched your hearts and minds and made a lasting impression and instilled a value for for wild places. I want to thank our other sponsors, Northern Trust, Jack and Judy Stapleman, the Chumash band of the Indians, the San Ynez band of Chumash Indians, Pete and Becky Adams, Bob and Ellen Lilley, the Rudi Schulte Family Foundation, Henry and Dundie Schulte, Rich and Janice Nagler, Belinda and Robert Hart, and Gail and Jan Persoon. Thank you very much for your support. So now I'm going to introduce our MC and auctioneer, Nick D. Nieri, and have him take it away.
Thank you so much, Kevin. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
It is an honor to be here and represent the Wildling. Like he said, my name is Nick Denary, and I'm going to serve as your auctioneer and host this evening. We have a great night ahead of you. We have a live auction. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. So make sure you get those bidding fingers ready. I want you to click fast and click often and see how much money we can raise tonight for the Wildling. Also, the silent auction that we've talked about a couple times already this evening is going to close in just a couple moments. In a few minutes, I'm going to bring up the mayor of Solvang. He's going to come up and give you a great speak to you, and we thank him for being here. But as soon as he's done, that's when I'm going to announce that the silent auction is closed. So if you have been watching one of those items or have bid in the past 10 days, this is not the time to lose it. Make sure you're watching until the last moments, because that will close in approximately 5 to 7 minutes. We have a $25,000 goal tonight, and I think we can reach that. The Wildling family is going to come together over this hour-long broadcast, and we're going to do some incredible things to make sure that this museum continues to do what it set out to do, continues to impact the community, families of this area, and surrounding areas as well. And it's an honor to all be here together to do this virtually, even though we're together in our rooms, our living rooms, safe places, but we're going to do it together in a virtual setting. With that $25,000 goal, before we even began our broadcast, we have already brought in $9,400. Round of applause wherever you're at, in studio, out there. Yeah. What I love about that number is even before we turned the camera on, you were already invested into the Wildling and what we were doing this evening. The donations came in early. They were coming in fast, and we have a huge dent knocked in that $25,000 goal already. Like I said, to the tune of $9,400. So we're so excited that you guys were a part of that already. And again, Kate's match of $10,000. We're going to talk about that more later. We're so excited to be able to match that number as well. So as I mentioned, without any further ado, I want to bring up the mayor of the city of Solvang. This place is incredible, and his hand is all over it. My good friend, Mr. Mayor Charlie Ure.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, everyone here. Welcome to the Wildling Museum of Art and Nature's Fall Virtual Fundraiser. I am honored to be here as the mayor of our unique town of Solvang, and I want to thank the Wildling's Executive Director, Stacy, for inviting me to join you today. The Wildling holds a special place in my family's heart because my daughter, Katie, served as the Assistant Director here for a time. Solvang is host to over 1.5 million visitors a year who all enjoy the natural beauty of our valley, our unique shopping experiences, and our award-winning wines and restaurants. The Wildling is one of the many cultural attractions that visitors from all around the world can experience while they are in Solvang. It is these museums that allow others to learn about not only our city's history and heritage, but also about our area's natural and unique features. Solvang is rich in what it offers our community and visitors, and we are so happy that the Wildling chose to make their home here in 2013. Wildling offers us amazing world-class exhibitions on multiple levels of the museum, like the one in the main gallery called Sharing the Light, Ansel Adams and Alan Ross, or the one that I am surrounded by here called Close to Home, featuring 3 printmakers from Santa Barbara. It is through these exhibitions and curated films that the Wildling brings a lens to the natural wonders of our world and invites viewers to explore the beauty of our area. Tonight, I look forward to learning about the Valley Oaks, an icon of our landscape, in their latest short film. I'd like to close by thanking you for tuning in tonight to support the Wildling Museum. Please bid high and often to support their exhibitions, educational programs, and film productions. And I wish the Wildling much success tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Charlie. We appreciate you so much for being here and your continued support of the Wildling. Thank you again. So like I said earlier, after Mayor Charlie, we were going to close the silent auction. So we are officially closed right now. Silent auction has closed. We are going to give you a total here on what we raised on the silent auction already. So this is going to be really cool as that comes up. And again, we are so grateful that you are watching this evening. We have 4 great raffle prizes that are going to come up in just a moment. So as we're tallying those numbers, get ready for the live auction. Get ready to get those bids in. And 4 people out there are going to get some giveaway items. So it's going to be really cool. So I'm just waiting for this to come up. Is it there? I don't see a number. We're waiting. $6,700 in the silent auction. Yes. That is so awesome. We are going to hit that goal for sure. So, like I said, we have 4 amazing giveaways, starting with the first one right now. So let's bring Stacy back and see who our first winner is. Come on, Stacy.
All right. Thank you so much, Nick. And I have to backtrack just for a second. And thank you so much, Kevin, for your wonderful welcome to everybody, and thanking our wonderful sponsors. And Mayor Charlie, thank you just so much for being here and for everything you do for our community. So we are very pleased that we have 4 door prizes or giveaways for you in attendance tonight. And it's kind of our way of thanking you for being here. And we're going to start off with a $50 gift certificate for the amazing hidden gem of Manzanita Nursery. Not everybody realizes that right here in Solvang, a little bit up the hill from us, there's this incredible drought-tolerant and native plant nursery called Manzanita Nursery. And Ron Griffin, their owner, called just a couple weeks ago and said, hey, I want to participate. So there was, in the silent auction, $100 worth of gift certificates. But tonight, we also have this extra $50 gift certificate that we're giving away to some lucky person. Tekla Sanford is our winner. I just got told by Lauren. So congratulations, Tekla. I have a feeling you're a perfect person for this and will really enjoy it. So thank you so much. And now I'm going to turn it back over to Nick.
Congratulations, Tekla, $50 gift certificate. That is absolutely awesome. So important to find ways to live sustainably, and that's part of the mission of this special museum, to encourage our community to do just that, live sustainably. And did you know that they are certified California green business at the innovator level? That's actually really awesome. They've achieved that special status thanks to a solar panel project, that was made operational a year ago, and it's already saving money and helping the planet at the same time. They also won a sustainability award from the California Association of Museums and the California Natural Resources Agency for all their efforts to green their operations. So well done. Round of applause for that. That's incredible. Yes. My studio is going wild, if you can hear it back there. We're having a lot of fun here as well. So now it is time to get into the live auction, and we are going to have some fun here. So if you want to bid, simply click those bid buttons that you're going to see on your screen here. I have my big board to the left, so I'm going to watch to see who's bidding, to see who wins. But if you're interested in any one of these packages, do not delay. Bid as fast as you can. Let's make sure you get those in, because you don't want to lose an amazing opportunity. So who's ready? Let me hear you, everybody at home. All right, I hear you. We're ready to go. And in the studio. I love my studio people. We're having a good time, I'm telling you, folks. So here we go. Item number 1. This is the Chumash Resort Getaway. You're going to take a break and unwind. What happened? What? That's incredible. John, listen, John, I didn't even get to do my job yet. So everybody hold on. I don't know if you're following along, but my goodness, everyone's yelling what at me. I thought I messed up, and there's a giant number on my screen all of a sudden. So let me just read this and tell everybody what you just won. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see if someone else comes in. You're going to take a break and unwind. This is awesome. I love this. This is awesome. This is awesome. Come and unwind at Ynez's luxurious Chumash Casino Resort. You'll enjoy a one-night stay in the heart of the valley in a deluxe room complete with spa treatments for 2, valued at $125 each, and dinner for 2 at the incomparable Willow's Restaurant. Midweek stays only. Check out some of the other restrictions. Donated by our amazing friends at San Ynez Board of Chumash Indians. Thank you guys so much for being a part of what we're doing this evening. Had a value of $600. Folks, I have a bid of $5,000 already. Yes, a $5,000 bid. I'm just going to throw it out there. Anybody want to do $5,100, or this one's just going to go quick? So $5,100 is available out there. John, we thank you so much for your bid of $5,000. I think we're probably good at the $5,000 level. So I'm going to say going once, going twice. Last call, anybody at $5,100, all done? Ladies and gentlemen, say it with me. Sold. Thank you so much, John. We appreciate you so much. That is a $5,000 bid on item number 1. John, I think it's Q. Tell me what's the last name. Kelbs. John Kelbs. We appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much for being a part of this, the Wildling night we're having here. We appreciate you very, very much. So, huge round of applause for John. That caught us all off guard. This is great. So, item number 2, if someone else wants to throw $5,000 on the board right now, we can do this all night. I don't mind at all. So, here we go. Private barn party and Carpinteria. Enjoy a picturesque sunset barn party for you and up to 20 friends in the beautiful hills of Carpinteria, surrounded by incredible avocado groves. So much great scenery. You're going to work with the donor to arrange for a food truck with the cuisine of your choice, along with the option to include music. So dust off your cowboy boots and get ready to dance. Details to be coordinated with Gail and expenses covered up to $1,000. That's actually awesome. You and your guests will also have the opportunity to tour aviaries, go see around the gorgeous grounds, and there's peacocks running around the property. You're going to be able to see them as well. In order to fully take advantage of the sunsets that are available at the property, they recommend that you book this package between March and September of 2022. It's a mutually agreed upon date, and we really want to thank our great friends Gail and Persoon for putting this together. So round of applause for Gail and Jan. Thank you guys so much. We've heard your name a couple of times this evening already. We know you're so important to the Wildling, so we appreciate you. So here we go. Has a value of about $1,000. Let's open up the bidding at $400. And oh, actually, we already had a $300 bid. Now we're looking for $400. Thank you so much for that $300 bid. Would anybody come in at $400? Click that bid button if you would like to get in. So we have Miss Grant is in there right now. Thank you so much at $300. Anybody come in at $400? An incredible time to have a party. Did I mention for 20 people? By the way, 20 people, food, entertainment, a great setting for you to get out there and enjoy sunset. So we are at a $300 bid right now, looking for $400. And again, everything you do tonight goes directly to the Wildling to make sure that we keep doing these amazing things that you've heard us talk about already up to this point of the program. There is a $400 bid. Thank you so much, so much. All right, here in the studio, we have an in-studio bid. This is awesome. Let's have a bidding war, at home versus in studio. This will be awesome. So we have a $400 bid. We're at $500. Sherry comes in at $500. Anybody at $600 now? Would someone like to do? We have $600 in studio. This is great. We have a real live auction going on here. I got in studio bidders. I got in home bidders. Don't let the in studio people win. Come on, we're at $600. You at home, come on, take it to $700 right now. We're at $600. Anybody at $700? We're holding strong at $600. I'm going to wait for just a couple more moments. The next bid would be $700. You see that bid number there at $700. Or if you want to do it like we did a while ago, hit bid more and put $5,000 in. I love that. We'll continue to do that. But we are at $700. Candace White. We're at $800 back in studio. This is happening quick. Candace, thank you so much. We're at $800 now. Sherry got in first at $800. Would you go $900 in the studio? We have $900 in the studio. Let's see if we can get this to $1,000. $900 here in studio. Anybody else at $1,000? $900 here. Yes, for reals? $1,000. $1,000 in studio. I love this. So $1,000 in studio. Now $1,100. We have $1,000 in studio. Looking for $1,100 now. $1,000 going once. $1,100 in studio. Folks, if you could see what I'm seeing, they're sitting shoulder to shoulder and they're bidding against each other. This is awesome. Someone can come in at home as well. I have $1,100 in studio. Anybody at $1,200 now? $1,100 here in studio going once. Looking for $1,200. $1,100 in studio going twice. Anybody out there would like to do $1,200? Last call. Sold. $1,100 right here in studio. Round of applause. Thank you so much for your contribution this evening. Item number 3 is really, really cool. We get to hear from someone else about this and see a video, but we're going to talk about Kokedama Experience and Studio Tour with our great friend Holli Harmon, who's here in studio with us. But before we get to Holli, check out this great video.
all my friends out there who are art and nature lovers. You're my kind of people. And thanks so much for showing up today. We have designed an awesome event at my home studio and garden. And I brought along this little prop to share. As you can see, it is a live kokedama ball. And basically, that is a plant that is planted into a moss ball, and you can hang it. And hopefully you've had a chance to come up and see the Nature of Clouds installation here at the Wildling Museum, which is surrounds you in a hanging garden. And we thought it would be fun for you to get the chance to actually make one for yourself. So when you get to come to my home, you will be invited into my studio where all the magic happens. And we'll have a wonderful wine and cheese party in the garden afterwards, where my husband and I have been able to spend a lot of great time over COVID, making absolutely beautiful. We have living walls with plants now. So with that invitation, you won't want to miss this event, and I hope that you will bid high and generously, because this all goes to the Wildling Museum of Art and Nature.
Thank you so much, Holly. So here it is once again. It's a one-of-a-kind experience for 8 people at her enchanting studio. Wine and charcuterie is going to be available, a great garden party, and you're going to learn how to make those kokedama balls yourself, and you get to take them with you. So again, for 8 people, there really is no value on this. This is truly priceless. She's inviting you into your home to do some incredible art. So let's open up the bidding at $250. We already have $350 on the screen. I love it. Anybody want to come in at $450? $350 on the screen right now to Joan. We appreciate you, Joan. Looking for a $450 bid for truly a one-of-a-kind experience to go into an artist's home where they make their magic, where they come together and all their inspiration comes from in their home studio. That's incredible. And they're letting you in to be a part of that, not just be a part of it, but enjoy some wine, enjoy some food, and really get to know everybody involved in this project and what they're doing at their home. So we are currently at $350, looking for a $450 bid. Again, this is for 8 people total to go to Holly's home and enjoy this incredible art experience. Right now, $350, looking for a $450 bid. Anybody at $450, we're at $350 right now. Looking for $450. There's $450. We appreciate you, Gail. $450 there. Anybody at $550 now? $450, looking for $550. We're at $450. Anybody at $550? We do have $550. Oh, Joan and Gail, they're going to battle a little bid war here. I like it. We got a virtual bidding war. $550. Joan back in. Gail, if you want to come in, it's $650 now. Joan's in at $550, looking for $650. And again, all proceeds this night are benefiting the Wildling. So it's incredible that we get to do this together as the Wildling Museum family. So we're at $550 to Joan Davidson. We're going to hang for just another moment, looking for $650. So there's $650. Gail came in. It's coming. So now, Joan, you know what you need to do, Joan. It's your turn to come in at $750. So Gail is there at $750, and they're starting to click a little bit faster. Come on, Gail. Here we go. Looking for $850 now. Joan is in at $750. I'm looking at my big board here to my left, looking for Gail to come back in at $8. So if you're inspired to start to give, you can click that bid button at any time as well. So Joan Davidson is in at $750. We are going to say going once. Looking for $850, going twice. And last call for anybody to bid at $850. I'm going to hang for 1 second. And we are going to say sold to Joan Davidson for $750. Congratulations, Joan. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for being a part. And Gail, thanks for getting that bidding war going as well. That was fun to watch. Thank you so much. Moving on to item number 4, you're going to spend 3 nights in Ballard. This is incredible. I'm going to show you a video in just a second, but you're going to relax at a lovely and quiet private guest house in Ballard, the heart of the San Ynez Valley. Wake up to the birds chirping and lovely vistas of the valleys, rolling hills, and distant mountains. You and your group can enjoy a private tour of the Wildling Museum with the executive director, And you'll also have 2 local boutique wines, 1 white and 1 red, to enjoy on your patio during sunset and enjoy a breakfast at the renowned Bob's Well Bread, which is just a short walk down the hill from the guest house. I want to show you a short film here, or short clip here, of what the property looks like. It's incredible. Check this out. In Ballard, again, look at that property. It's absolutely incredible. I know you will enjoy a relaxing time overlooking that incredible scenery. Has a value of over $1,900. I'm going to start the bidding at not $1,600. How about $600 to get things going? Sam Cohen, thanks for coming in. We have a $600 bid. Anybody at $800? Unless someone wants to bid $1,600. I messed up the first one, $5,000. Who knows? So here we go. We're at $600 right now. Looking for $800 now. Anybody would like to bid $800 and benefit the Wildling while enjoying an amazing 3 days away up in Ballard. So we have a $600 bid from our friend Sam Cohen. Thank you, Sam. Anybody at $800? Looking for an $800 bid now. I know they're calling their friends. When can we go? Can we get there? 3 nights. Let's figure it out and get those bids in. There it is. Sam, you outbid yourself. This is the true face of charity, Sam Cohen. He's outbidding himself. He's causing a bidding war with himself. So Sam, it's $1,000 to you now, okay? If you want to outbid yourself again, it's $1,000. Sam's at $800. We appreciate your generosity. Someone else can come in at $1,000 and outbid. There goes Sam again at $1,000. Sam, it's back to you at $1,200. Sam, $1,200 now. You're at $1,000. Sam, you can come back in at $1,200, or someone else can come in and bid at $1,200. But Sam is at $1,000. Thank you so much, Sam. This is awesome. I love the generosity. So $1,000 to Sam Cohen. Anybody else can come in at $1,200. $1,200 is right there on the bid button right there, or you can bid more if you want to come in at $1,400 or $1,500. Feel free to do that as well. But just a couple more minutes here at the $1,000 level. I'm looking for $1,200 now. Sam, thank you so much. He outbid himself twice. He got the bidding started, and the way things are going, I think he might finish the bidding. So we're going to say going once to Sam, unless someone else wants to hit that bid button at $1,200. Going twice to Sam at $1,000. Anybody else at $1,200? This is your last and final call. I'm really just waiting for Sam to outbid himself again. That's all I'm doing. We're going to say sold to Sam Cohen for $1,000. Thank you so much, Sam. Sam, that is the true heart of generosity. We appreciate you doing that. We appreciate seeing your name bid out yourself every single time. So that was really, really good. Thank you, Sam. Our last and final live auction item. I'm going to have Stacy come up and help me out with this one. This is really, really cool. I hope you can see how beautiful it is wherever you're watching, because in person, this is a truly amazing piece of art. Very, very intricate, very well put together. And Stacy's holding it now. Artist Isabel Downs quilted and painted this beautiful mountain quail wall hanging inspired by John James Audubon just for our auction. This is a one-of-a-kind piece that was put together just for this evening. So that is absolutely incredible. It's a one-of-a-kind piece. You may have enjoyed seeing Isabel Downs' other exhibits featured at the museum as part of our current classroom exhibit, Sojourners Trees, which is awesome as well. I got to walk through that today. It's beautiful. It's incredibly special and 100% unique. Measures 17 by 15 inches, mounted on stretchers and easy to hang, as you can see when she had it turned around, and donated by our great friend Isabel Downs. Can we give her a huge round of applause for putting this together for us? So we already have bids coming in. It says it's a value of $500. I personally think it's worth more than that. I wish you could see and touch this the way we are right here in person. It's incredible. I know if you win this, you will not be disappointed at all. So we are already at $250. So now I'm looking for a $350 bid on our final live auction item of the evening. Let's go out with a bang, the Wildling family. Let's do this. So we're at $250, looking for a $350 bid anywhere. We're at $250, looking for $300 now on this one-of-a-kind art piece. Absolutely incredible. It's the painted, quilted and painted. The bird is actually painted and quilted. It's all part of one package. It's so hard to describe to you the beauty of it, what it looks like in person. But man, it is absolutely beautiful. So $250. We're going to move quickly. Anybody else at $350? There's $350, $450. That happened quick. Very good. They're coming in. We're at $450. Let's get that thing going a little bit higher. $450. Anybody at $550? Gail, thank you for your bid of $450. Anybody at $550 for our last live auction item of the evening? $500. Gail, look at, here we go. We started a trend. Gail just outbid herself at $550. So now we're at $550. Thank you, Gail. Anybody at $650? $550 here, looking for $650. $550 going once. $550 going twice. I want to stall because I feel like someone's going to come in at $650. Stacy's arms are getting tired, but how great of a job is she doing modeling this piece? This is absolutely incredible. She's a multi-talented, amazing woman. She's doing a great job. Anybody else at $650? Last and final call. Sold to Gail Persoon. Thank you, Gail, so much. Absolutely awesome. Everybody out there, everybody in studio, thank you so much for participating in our live auction. Give yourselves a huge round of applause. That was a ton of generosity raised for the Wildling Museum. So now, like we told you, we have 4 giveaway items, and now it is time for item number 2. So Stacy, I'm going to invite you back up. She just went and sat down. She thought she was done. But Stacy, it's your time to give away item number 2, the River's Journey art catalog. Stacy, talk about it a little bit.
Absolutely, but I have to thank all the bidders out there for your incredible generosity, especially those who outbid themselves. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Gail. Just really, really heartwarming and so needed and appreciated. So our second giveaway is this limited edition, there are no more, to be printed River's Journey catalogs. And Holli Harmon, who you saw earlier, is one of the amazing artists who participated in the River's Journey show, I think in 2018. It was one of our most popular shows, I have to tell you that. I don't know if I've even mentioned it to Holli, but when we did a survey, that was one of the exhibits that people commented on consistently as being something so special that they really appreciated. So this catalog, which is really a book, not only has all kinds of wonderful artwork, depictions of their artwork, but has amazing essays that really talks about the Santa Ynez River and watershed, which was the whole focus of the project. So let's find out. Who? Wayne Norman! Oh my gosh, that's awesome, Wayne. Congratulations on getting a copy of this, and thank you for being here with us. All right. That's right. And my next thing is to talk about the Alan Ross video. And what we have coming up for you next, this is a little short video, but it focuses on the show that we have downstairs. Now, you've heard a little bit already tonight about the show that we have that's surrounding us here in our studio. And that's close to home, 3 printmakers. And downstairs on the first floor, we have Sharing the Light, Ansel Adams and Alan Ross. And this video is going to give you a little hint of who Alan Ross is as a photographer and an artist. And he did such an amazing career with Ansel Adams, and then has taken his legacy and built his own with that. And I also just want to mention before we roll that our exhibits are so important to who we are as an institution. That is our primary offering in how we show off our mission. You know, we do them in order to inspire people to want to go outside, visit new places, want to preserve species, want to preserve open spaces, want to live sustainably. Those are all, we certainly feel, very core values for us as an institution, and we love that we have this opportunity to work with artists from here and further afield and really illustrate that through our exhibitions. So very excited to show this video of Alan Ross, who's going to be with us in February, we hope, and you'll hear more about that soon. So Jeff.
Bridal Veil Fall and Storm. That's a photograph I made in Yosemite about 3 days after Ansel hired me. And I knew at the time that it was really a really special photograph. It was a fluke thunderstorm that blew through Yosemite Valley in the middle of July. And it had just a whole lot of mood. I was running the darkroom at the workshop at the time. We were up on a field trip. And so since I was running the darkroom, I had the film developed the same afternoon I made the photograph. And I knew I had it. And when I developed the film, I was gratified to see that all the tones were just the way I wanted them. And I didn't have a chance to print it until I got home to my own darkroom after the workshop. And it was everything I'd wanted it to be. It had just the negative had all the tones. The reality that was in my head, my visualization, was a lot different than what was actually in front of the camera. It's one thing I like to use as a teaching tool. But I gave a print to Ansel, one of the first ones, and he congratulated me and said, "Congratulations, your first Mona Lisa." And I think that print now is at the Center for Creative Photography in Tucson. It was a really special, that was a good week between making that print and being hired on as Ansel's assistant. And I was living in Carmel 3 or 4 weeks later, and so it was a very special occasion.
What an amazing video. Ansel Adams is truly a legend, and he totally changed the game of photography, as we all know. And to see Alan Ross continue that tradition is absolutely awesome. So good on you, Alan. Appreciate everything you're doing. It's so good to see. It's hard to imagine doing darkroom work when we all have cell phone cameras now, and that's the way we take photography. But here we are in the world we live in. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Ansel, for everything you've done for this community. We appreciate it. We're going to move to our paddle race portion of the evening now, and this is important. I hope wherever you're at, you take about 5 minutes here and just give some undivided attention and hear what we're going to do to impact the wildling right now. This is your chance to raise your paddle at some given dollar amounts without getting a live auction prize, without getting a trip, but with getting the satisfaction of knowing that you're going to help the wildling continue to be an incredible museum, continue to touch this community and surrounding communities, and continue to impact people's lives truly. As you heard already tonight, it does take money to do what we do and to keep the doors open and to impact lives. And that's where you all come in together as the Wildling family. So I'm going to start at some really big levels. Like I said, we have our big board here, and we're working towards our goal of $25,000, and we're actually really, really close, which is good to see. I love that. And also, just to remind you that we have that $10,000 match from Kate Godfrey. And how that is going to work is the first $10,000 raised this evening, she is going to match that to $10,000. It's going to turn to $20,000 instantly. So I'm so excited to see what's going to happen now. I hope everybody joins me in the Fund a Need and builds this program up, does all these great things right now, and let's make a true impact. So like I said, I'm going to start at some really big levels. I'm going to work my way up, and we're going to see what we can do right now for the wildling. So I'm looking for a hero this evening, or two, or three, whoever it may be. At the $2,500 level, you'll see that pledge button here on your screen. If anybody would click that button at $2,500 and donate directly to the wildling right now, we would be so honored. We would be so grateful, and we would love to rate. Here, there it is already. We want to make recognition of Fig Patterson. Thank you so much for your $2,500 donation. That is incredible. Is there anybody else that would like to join Fig with that donation? That's $2,500. Anybody else out there want to click that $2,500 donation level, and we'll make it $5,000 right now. And I'm looking, look at this. Peter Adams and John again. Thank you guys so much. John, you're an integral part of what we're doing. Peter, you as well. Fig, thank you so much. Everybody, we're at 3 people at $2,500, And if you can see our tote board, we are just shy of $25,000. Actually, what you don't know is the $9,000 we raised prior to this isn't even on the tote board yet. So what does that mean? We already hit our goal, ladies and gentlemen. We are already over $25,000. That does not mean that you stop giving, though. We have a lot more levels. Let's smash that goal. Let's do some incredible things. So thank you so much. $7,500 right off the bat. That means with another $2,500, we've met our match as well. And Kate is going to take care of that other $10,000 match. So we're so appreciative. Final call at $2,500. Is there anybody else out there? Very good. Give our $2,500 donors an amazing round of applause. Thank you for getting things started this evening. You'll see that button change to the $1,000 level. Wherever you're at, if you can sacrifice about a week at Whole Foods and give $1,000 this evening, we would be so appreciative. Anybody at $1,000 would like to hit that pledge button right now, $1,000, and give directly to the Wildling. We would be so appreciative again to continue to do this amazing work. As I look around and see all the installments here, it really is life-changing to see what this museum is doing. Is there anybody that would hit that $1,000 button? We're going to look for some of those donors. I'm looking at my big board to the left. Anybody at $1,000? Going once, going twice, and we're so close, $23,635. I'm not a math guy, but that's less than $2,000 to our goal of $25,000 organically, which we already raised. So we're going to smash that. We're going 30, 35. We're going to go 40,000. I believe it. Is there anybody at $1,000 going once? Anybody at $1,000 going twice? Last call. Awesome. Very, very good. We're going to move on to our $500 level. If you would pledge at the $500 level, you'll see that green button that says pledge 500. Go ahead and hit that button now, and let's see who our $500 donors are this evening. Anybody at $500 as we wind down here with our virtual fundraiser. A couple more great things coming up as you're looking at that $500 button. Thank you so much, Jim. We appreciate you. Thank you for that gift of $500. We have a great little game we're going to play at the end of the night, which is awesome. Here's another. Oh, here they're coming. They're coming. Richard, Sam again. Sam, outbid yourself with another $500. I'm just kidding. Appreciate you, Sam. Sam, thank you so much. Richard, we appreciate you. Thank you, everybody, for donating. Morgan, thank you for your $500 gift. Thank you so much. And they're continuing to come in. We appreciate you guys and your generosity and your donations this evening to the Wildling. So we're going to hang in for just one more moment. Like I was alluding to, we have a couple great things coming up right here at the end. So make sure you stay tuned until the final moments because it's going to be fun. I promise you. We're going to do some giveaway stuff and it's going to be great. So is there anybody else at the $500 level going once? 500 twice, and last call at our $500 level. Very good. Give our $500 donors an amazing round of applause. Two more stated levels this evening at $250. Who would hit that pledge button at $250? Is there anybody out there would sacrifice a day at Starbucks for this incredible museum? Looking for $250 now. Hit that pledge button for me. My 4 people in studio love me. They think these are great jokes. I hope you guys are having fun out there as well. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. $250. We appreciate your donation. Is there anybody else? There they come. They're coming in fast. Bonnie, Lita, thank you so much for your donations of $250. Is there anybody else out there at the $250? I love seeing this tote board go up. John, Christine, they're coming in at $250. I love this. My board is moving quickly. We appreciate everybody out there. We appreciate you joining us, taking a little bit of time out of your Sunday to spend with us as we do this incredible fundraiser. So hanging one more time at $250 going once, $250 going twice, last and final call. Awesome. Thank you so much to all of our $250 donors. Our last level of the evening, Our last level of the evening, the $100 level. If you would give a flat donation of $100, please. They're coming in already. Mary, Thomas, we appreciate you. Everybody hit that $100 pledge button. Thank you so much. Stacy, again, thank you. Stay on Stacy in studio. We appreciate it. Stacy's in studio giving money. We like it. Wayne and Marianne, look at them coming in fast. Wayne and Marianne, thank you guys so much. This is so great to see a family come together, a Wildling family come together and put together so much great generosity. Oh my gosh, how about Thekla? Did I say that right? Tekla. Oh, Tekla on a raffle today. That's Tekla. Tekla on a raffle, already giving back. I love it. Nicole is in. Susan is in. Thank you so much, Susan. We appreciate every single one of you. As you continue to pledge at $100, Eric, thank you so much. Susan, thank you so much. As you guys continue to pledge at $100, as you see, there's a black button to the left that says Pledge Other. If there's a number I did not say, maybe you wanted to give $5,000 or $6,000 or $10,000, or maybe you wanted to give $1 or $5 or $2. Every amount of money matters. If it's $1 that you're giving, we are as grateful for that dollar as we are for $5,000 or $10,000, and we truly mean that. It all matters to the cause. It all matters to this museum, and it all adds up. So if you can give anything, you can hit that Pledge Other button and give any amount you want. We have a $50 donation came in. That's what I'm saying. Give anything you can. And we're so appreciative of every single penny that comes in this evening for the Wildling. So we're going to hang for just a couple more moments. If you'd like to pledge $100 or Pledge Other, you can do that now. And let's just continue to smash goals. I love seeing these numbers go up and up and up. So we appreciate every single one of you. We're having so much fun here. We are going to begin to total up these numbers. Stacy is going to begin to come to the stage because we have another giveaway to do. So I'm going to hang for just a couple more moments. And will the Pledge Other button, will this stay open? Can people continue to give? This button is going to stay open and people can continue to give. So just because we're moving on to a different part of the program, you can still continue to donate. So I told you we had 4 giveaways. We're going to come up with giveaway number 3. But before we do that, thank you to everyone who was a part of our live auction, to everybody who was a part of our paddle raise. We are truly appreciative of everything you did. Give yourselves a huge round of applause in studio, at home. Thank you all so much. So here is Stacy with the 3rd raffle giveaway, and then we are going to show you something really, really cool. So hang tight. Stacy, come on.
Thank you so much, everyone. I was able to look at the number just for the matching part, and it's probably changed since I left that table. But we were just over $12,000, hoping to get to that $10,000, so we get Kate's $10,000. So we did it, and thank you so much, everybody. Yes, there is more coming, and let's do the giveaway real quick, and then I'll make a few other comments. So our giveaway right now is 2 bottles of wine, and there's a lot to celebrate tonight. So we're going to find out who's going to win this. One is a bottle of Grenache at 2018. I hear it's the first one they produced at Rancho del Prado. And then we have a wonderful white blend from Taco Bell Vineyards. These are both local boutique wineries, well, vineyards really, in Ballard. So you're not going to find these wines just at your average store whatsoever. So this is a very special thing that someone is winning, and it's Teresa Riley. All right. So you're going to get to celebrate as soon as we unite you with your wonderful new wines. I do want to, something was said earlier about Kate, and I just do want to make a comment about that. So Kate was so generous in making this donation of a match tonight, but Kate did lose her wonderful husband, Dick, just a couple weeks ago. And so here I am choking up. So Dick was such an incredible, generous man for us and so many charities in Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara would not be the community it was without his involvement, and Kate's as well. I mean, that's the kind of human that Dick was. And we're very, very sorry that he has left us. We all feel it's too soon, but what a legacy he has left. And we just send all our love to Kate and her family in this time. With that, I think it's Nick's turn to move on. Thank you.
So here we go. This is actually really exciting that we get to share this with you. Refill your drink, sit down, get comfortable, because we have something special for you coming up. The museum has done it again and worked with Good Eye Films and our very own Jeff McLaughlin, who's here in studio with us. Give it a round of applause for Jeff. Yay! To create a brand new short film. This time they're focused on the amazing oak trees of the Santa Barbara region. As I drove in today, I see these oak trees painted all over the landscape, and they are truly, truly incredible. And they're so iconic for this valley. They really do paint the landscape that we know and love in this area. So this film is going to help explain how they are so important to this region. Please enjoy.
Across the rolling hills of California's interior valleys, one oak stands out more prominently than any other. With spreading limbs and impressive height, this tree frames the landscape throughout the region's ranchlands and vineyards. A California native, this monarch of the oaks is a keystone species of the savanna grasslands. A wide range of birds and mammals benefit from the habitat this oak tree provides. This tree is the valley oak. The Wildling Museum commissioned a large mural of the valley oak to highlight the tree's defining role on our Santa Ynez Valley landscape.
I was approached by the Wildling Museum in 2016 to paint a valley oak that's indicative of the valley and its habitat. This is an early sketch, and it's in acrylic paint, but it's an evolving thought process in color. So I'm getting familiar with the paints as well as the subject. I made a scale model of this curved wall so that I could get a sense of scale. And so I made drawings that fit a curved wall. The director of the Wildling decided on one of the drawings and said, that's the one we want you to do. In this case, I turned it into a grid on the paper and then transferred the grid to a 6-inch grid on the wall. The painting was built up as an underpainting, so that it started off with warm yellows. The colors were multiple layers. Many of the animals came and went. They didn't just appear on the same drawing. They sort of flew in as the mural progressed.
Naturalists John Everts and Marjorie Popper have a long history as publishers and educators. Their 40 years of study reveals much about the intricacy of California's native plants and the role they play in our ecosystems.
Well, here we are beneath the canopy of a wonderful, large, and very symmetrical valley oak. This tree is situated in what is known as valley oak savanna. The trees are spaced quite far apart. This is a beautiful specimen, not unusual for the tree in its structure and shape, but this one in particular has a sort of elegance to it that we appreciate. Up close and personal, you can really get a sense of how magnificent this particular specimen is. Its characteristic bark with these nice deep furrows in it. This one may have been here 400 or 500 years ago. Longevity of valley oaks is considered to be between 400 to 600 years. Some maybe a little longer. These have the holes of the acorn woodpeckers here all the way up the tree, 50, 75 feet or more above us. And the beauty for acorn woodpeckers who are here in the tree above us is a tree that lives this long. Their big investment over generations, again and again, working to put in as many as 10,000 holes in a tree like this to store their acorns. That investment isn't possible with a short-lived species in the same way. This is something that'll be here for a long time for current and future colonies of woodpeckers to use as their granary.
The valley oak has a Latin name, Quercus lobata, and that refers to the lobed shape of the leaves. And when I work with kids, I often help them remember Quercus lobata because it has these lobes and then these little valleys in between the lobes. So that's a good way for them to remember Quercus lobata.
Look at these acorns for a minute here. This is the valley oak acorn, and it's green, it's still ripening. When they get fully ripe, they're going to be a light brown color usually.
This is a fruit that's got a nice hard shell, and that's why it can keep so well, both for native peoples as a food source and also animals. They are dispersed primarily by birds such as scrub jays. Also, magpies will do the same kind of thing, but I think scrub jays are known to collect as much as maybe 5,000 acorns in a year, and then they dig little holes in the ground or they find a little hole in a fence line and they'll hide them, and they don't remember where all of them are. So some of the ones in the ground have an opportunity to germinate and become a new tree. So scrub jays in particular are really important to oak regeneration.
as these acorns are being shed and dropped on the ground, here is a feast for an animal that is first to get to them. So mule deer, very important part of the ecosystem in these oak savannas and woodlands. They love acorns. Plenty of animals will browse on these leaves too. Something we often see throughout all the cattle country is what's called a browse line. Cattle love these trees, and they're actually, been a friend of the cattlemen. So one has to think of a big ecological picture when you're looking at all the animals that depend on and interact with an oak tree, from tiny insects to the birds to the mammals, even reptiles and amphibians. There's a lot to be said about the value of these trees as habitat. For any Californian, oaks are probably a touchstone species.
Well, I think partly they're a sense of place, because here in the valley we are surrounded by such beautiful valley oaks and coast live oaks, and on the foothills the blue oaks. So it does mean home to us. So when you see an oak, it feels like home, but also just they're such an inspiration. They're long-lived, they're tough, they're resilient. Hopefully they'll be resilient into a changing future, but they're adapted to a Mediterranean climate where they're only getting rain in half or less than half the year, and yet they grow and persist and thrive. The valley oak, in terms of where it grows, tends to be, just as it says, in the valleys, and so that's a source of great productivity for the oaks to be in these deep valley soils, but it also put them in harm's way in the sense that those are the same areas where they want to develop flat land, they want to develop for housing and for agriculture.
We're right here on this beautiful oak woodland. Vineyard has been integrated into the oak woodland. These were virgin forests as we arrived here as Europeans. These wide open spaces and grasslands amongst the oaks are really the virgin way they've grown. Each is its own ecosystem within itself. So it was quite astonishing when my friend called me. Must have been about the year 2000, when he recognized there were bulldozers bulldozing down some of these beautiful valley oak trees for the benefit of planting vineyards. And in the 80s and 90s, there was a flurry of planting vineyards in Santa Barbara County. I recognized that we're in agriculture as stewards of the land, and I felt it inappropriate to be destroying the oak trees for the benefit of vineyard planting. Here was an outfit bulldozing 900 oak trees to make way for hundreds of acres of vineyard. I went to Santa Barbara to sound the alarm to the Environmental Defense Center. So the wheels were set in motion then with the county to go through a deliberation process so all parts could be heard. And it was a pretty interesting 2-year period of review. And of course I got into property rights activist role because nobody wants to be told what to do on their land. But the end result, established in 2003, Santa Barbara County adopted the Oak and Regeneration of Oaks Ordinance. It addresses the issues of the loss of these beautiful trees and protects the trees for the future. Santa Barbara County has a huge draw just because of the physical beauty of the place. Picnicking amongst these magnificent oak trees is a real draw. So they do lend huge benefit, I think, to our landscape from an aesthetic perspective. So I think it was a winning situation for everyone to be able to express how they felt about it. So now, today, we're in a vineyard setting in amongst the oaks, and so people recognize that we can plant the vineyards around the oak trees and still have a thriving ecosystem of the tree, and the grapes can enjoy some of the grassland. So I think it's winning for everyone.
Why should we care so much about these wonderful monarchs of the oak kingdom? There are a lot of reasons, of course. We talked about just the beauty they add to our environment, the food they add for the animal kingdom, the shelter they provide for animals, the ecological value of their extensive root systems and protecting our soils. They are of immense importance to both humans aesthetically, historically, and to animals in an ecological way. So they are indeed very important. And as Margie pointed out, to lose trees this big is to take a big chunk away from any given ecosystem where they exist in, because they are so large a presence in that given ecosystem. And these trees, unfortunately, are under threat in a lot of ways. And to lose them would be devastating for most of us who consider this part of California home, and to anybody who comes to visit. They're just part of our very, very cultural lifeblood here in California, and they deserve all the protection we can give them. So we need to keep all working together to find ways we can help this tree reproduce and grow and sustain its populations into the future, so our kids and our grandkids and our great-grandkids can stand beneath big trees like this 100 years from now, maybe this same tree.
I hope you enjoyed that, I think, amazing video. Jeff and Elliot did an incredible job, and we're so grateful to the participants in coming and sharing different perspectives on both the mural and these amazing oak trees that are all around us up here. We find film a wonderful kind of new way for us to help tell stories that are part of our mission, and that's why we're investing more time and effort in doing that. We've been wanting to expand what we can tell people about the oaks at our mural, and so now this, in the next week or two, we just got the monitor, is going to be looping on a monitor right next to the mural here. But I hope you agree that there's a lot more story here with the oaks to tell. We want to include the Chumash perspective and history with the oaks. We want to include scientists who are actively studying oaks and their regeneration or challenges in regeneration at Sedgwick. Never mind all the stuff on the quote-unquote cutting room floor that is great information that is already filmed and ready to go. So that is all my way of saying that we need to raise a few more dollars so that we can actually do like a full-length feature. We're very excited about the idea of doing maybe a 45-minute hour feature on oaks, and then doing kind of like what we did with our Carrizo film that Jeff did for us, showing that at the film festival circuit. So hopefully we would be able to be next January at the Santa Barbara International Film Festival again, and exposing our mission, our museum, and this amazing story to so many more people. So with that, Nick is going to do this last little bit of fundraising and explain that, but I did want to let everybody know, and he'll remind you too, that the funds raised in this portion, it's all going to go towards a fund that we're going to be creating towards the making of a full feature of this story. So, yes, bid. Thank you, Nick.
You're welcome. So we're going to have a little bit of fun right now and play a game called Last Hero. Let me tell you what you're going to win first, and then I'll explain the game for you. So you have a chance to enjoy a getaway to gorgeous Cambria, just about 2 hours up the coast here. So much to do and see while there. Hearst Castle, Elephant Seals, beaches, and of course, the little artsy town of Harmony. You're going to get a $500 gift certificate to the Sea Otter Inn on Moonstone Beach, a $100 gift certificate at the world-famous Lynn's Restaurant, and get to go wine tasting at Harmony Cellars and more. Has a $700 value probably a little bit more than that, but what if I told you you can walk away with this for $100? That's it. Everybody out there is going, tell me more, Nick, tell me more. You simply need to be our last hero. So let me explain how this game works to you. We already have a pledge. So Jim is in with a pledge of $100. In order to win this package, you need to be the last person that pledges $100. So right now, everybody can see on the screen there, Jim is in at $100. If someone else comes in after Jim, they are the current winner of this package. But Jim did donate $100, so we appreciate you, Jim. So we're playing a little bit of game of chicken here, if you will. So I'm going to talk you through the first couple. So here we go. Let me talk you through this right now. Jim was first. Richard took the lead. Jim just donated $100. Thank you so much, Jim. Richard took the lead. Richard just donated $100 because now Lida Grant is in the lead. Lida Grant, they're yelling at me. Lida, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Send an email to Stacy at the Wildling Museum, okay? So, like I almost said it again, Lida Grant is now in the lead at $100, but Richard and Jim did donate $100 for their chance to win. Does everybody understand what we're doing now? Just nod your head and say, yes, Nick. All right, so Lida is in at $100. If someone else wants to take that from her, they can with simply another $100 bid, but right now she is our last $100 bidder. So, who is on the clock? Are we going to let Lida take this for $100 right now, or is someone else going to come back in and try to take it from her? Now, Richard and Jim, you can bid as many times as you want. Again, it's a $700 package. All proceeds go to the Wildling, and especially this particular portion goes to finish that oak tree film, everything that we just talked about, so we can play that, get it into the film festival, and all those great things. So Lida right now is in at $100, the winning bid there. Who else would come in at $100 and take that from her? Going once. They're going to wait till I say going twice because they want to make sure that there it is. Now, Teresa's in at $100. Lida, thank you for your donation of $100. Teresa, it's already taken from you by Richard. Richard is back on the clock. But Teresa, thank you for your donation of $100. We appreciate it. Richard is back in. Anybody else can bid. I like when we get to the end because people start getting a little panicky and they start clicking the button. So Richard, you're in right now for that great trip to Cambria. $700 value. I believe this is only your second bid, so you're only in at $200 so far. So Richard is winning going once. Richard is winning going twice. And Kevin is back in. So now Kevin is on the clock. But Richard, we appreciate your donation of $100 again. Lida came back in. Lida, we appreciate your donation of $100. But Candace White out of nowhere. I haven't seen that name yet today. Candace is in at $100 and is currently the winner of the Cambria trip. Let's see if someone else is going to take it from her. Candace came in late. She's playing her cards right. We're playing a little poker here. Haven't seen her name yet, but she came in late. So maybe, Candace, this is your chance. Everybody else, we thank you for your continued donations of $100. So Candace, here we go. Going once. Candace going twice. Stacy in studio. Stacy is now winning. I'm sorry, Candace. So Stacy is now on the clock. I'm sorry, Stacy, you just gave $100, but Susan Plummer is in at $100. Thank you, Susan. You are now winning. Susan, you just donated again. I love it. Out of the sheer heart of giving, Susan just outbid herself. She's now winning twice. So, Susan, you are on the clock right now. You are currently winning our last hero game to go to Cambria, $700 value. You could win it for $100 if you play your cards right. So here we go. Susan is winning at $100 going once. Susan is winning at $100 going twice. Last call. I'm waiting. Mary Harris. Candace White. So Candace tried again. Candace, out of nowhere. Okay, hold on. I got to keep up with this. Scroll down. It was Candace White. Then Mary Harris came in. Mary, thank you for your donation. Then Julie Mott came in. Julie, thank you for your donation. Then Eric came in. Thank you for your donation. Oh, her husband. They're playing double duty. We have some husband and wife team up partnership stuff going on here. One at home and one in studio. I like what we're doing. So now Eric is on the clock at $100. Everybody else, thank you for your $100 donation. So the suspense is drawing clear. Going once. Going twice. Last call to Eric. Who's going to hit the pledge button? This is when we're going to get like 35 people. Last call. What just happened? You hit it right at the end. I didn't even say close. Kevin Patterson came in at the last minute, ripping hope and dreams. Can we not keep it going? Is it closed now? No, we're good. Kevin Patterson came in there. Thank you so much, Kevin. Give him a round of applause. That was so much fun, ladies and gentlemen. It has been such an honor to be with you. My name is Nick. That concludes our fundraising for the evening. You guys are absolutely amazing. On behalf of the Wildling, thank you so much for having me. I'm going to turn this back over to Stacy one last time.
Thank you so much, Nick, and everybody. That was way fun as it got more heated, and well, Eric and I'll get over it. So, so I want to give out our last giveaway. So we're excited that this is a Kindle Fire tablet. So this is a brand new spanking one. I think it's like a 10-inch screen, and you can do pretty much anything digitally fun on this thing. So whether you want to watch that latest Netflix movie, Hulu, play Candy Crush for one more time, read a great book, whatever. These are fun. I have an earlier generation one, and I use it all the time. So who is our lucky winner of our last grand prize giveaway? Marianne Norbum, congratulations. All right. We will get you united with that. So, by the way, we won $1,600 on that last challenge, and that will be put in a restricted fund for the movie making. So hopefully Jeff is excited to know that we've already started saving money and putting it aside for that purpose. I just have so many thanks to everyone here in the studio, behind the scenes, who has worked tirelessly to get us here tonight. What I do want to do right now, if Lauren can break herself away for a moment, is I want to have Jeff and Lauren come up here because they need to be thanked in person. So I just want everybody to see the talent behind the scenes that has made this run as smoothly and beautifully as it has. So thank you everyone for your generosity.
Yeah, thanks for your generosity, especially that last $1,600.
A little invested there, huh, Jeff? So thank you so much, Nick, for your amazing job. I feel like you're already part of our family, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you again at a future event. Karen, Julie, thank you. Kevin and Holly, thank you for being here. Mayor Charlie, and just, I don't know, I know I'm forgetting something, all of our sponsors. We're just so grateful that we met and exceeded our goal. In fact, I think we added in, right, that prior money that had been donated. So if you're seeing this total, like I'm seeing this total, you may not be about to tear up like I am, but we're at $48,916. So, wow, that's close to doubling our goal. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is being recorded, and it will be posted on our YouTube, and we will let you know when that has happened. So thank you again, and everybody have a great night.